So you guys remember back in the day when people used to buy like sodas from like Walmart and Target and like sell them for the more cheaper price? Well, I got a story time behind that. So let's get into that. So the story time takes place sixth grade, and I have some stories, but this one I just had to tell. So, um, so one day I'm hanging out lunch. It's like lunchtime for me. I have this friend. We'll call his friend Patrick. Patrick comes up to me. He tells me, man, I want to make some money. I have this idea. I was like, okay, what is your idea? He says, we're gonna open a soda shop. And I was like, how are we gonna do that? He's like, it's simple. You and me, we're gonna go to Walmart after school. We're gonna get some sodas. We're gonna purchase them. We're gonna sell them for about $2 to $3. And once we make a lot of money, we're gonna close down once the principal finds out, or if she doesn't, then we're good. I was like, um, okay. So me and him after school, Patrick, we ended up going to Walmart. We bought some sodas, some of the cans, some of the bottles, and we went to school the next day. We asked some people. We said, "Hey, if you guys want sodas, just let us know. You're just gonna have to pay $2 or $3." So there was this huge line for people who wanted sodas. They were giving us $2 and $3, and then everyone around the school had sodas. And we kept on doing it for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then the principal called my name on the intercom one day when I was in class. So I had to go upstairs to the office, and like the front desk like person, she told me like, "Oh, the principal's in that office. She wants to see you." I was like, "Okay, thank you." And then she was like, "Oh, hey, Trent, have a seat." And I was like, "Okay." And she was like, "Trent, do you know why you're in here?" And I was like, "No, to be honest with you, no." "Well, we caught you and Patrick selling sodas to other kids for money. Is that true?" And I was like, "Well, yeah." She's like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna call Patrick up here to see what he thinks." I was like, "Okay." So she calls Patrick up to the office. He basically shows up. He sees me up there. So he's got this worried face. So he goes in the office. And the principal asks him the same question. He says, "So I saw you and Trent selling sodas to other people for money. Is that true?" He said, "Yeah." And so she calls me in the office as well with Patrick. And she's like, "Well, okay, so this is what we're gonna do. You guys are gonna find everyone you sold soda to. You're gonna return back their money. I'm not gonna tell your parents, but you just need to go find everyone and return their money, because that's just not right. And just leave your guys' sodas at your house. Don't bring it to school. If you guys want to bring it for school for like lunch, I get it, or for break, or yeah, just don't sell it for money. Just don't do that." And we're like, "Okay." He's like, "Okay, you guys can go back to class. Go get a pass." And I was like, "Okay." So we ended up going back to class, but because me and Patrick had like kind of like the same class, but not really. His class was like on the other side, and so Patrick was talking to me. He said, "Hey man, why would you tell her that we were doing this?" And I was like, "Okay, first of all, she saw us, so I don't know why you putting the blame on me. It was none of my fault." She's like, he's like, "Well, we were in a terrible area to be selling soda." And I was like, "Yeah, dude, I think we were. That's why she saw us selling. And plus, I bet everyone rat us out about it." He's like, "Oh, man." So basically, when we went about our day, went back to class, everything was normal for the rest of the day. But yeah, moral of the story is that be careful about what you do in school. It involves selling soda for $2 or $3. To this day, I don't talk to Patrick anymore because he moved to, I think, LA or Vegas. I don't know, but I hope he's doing well. But like I said, just don't do what I do in today's story time. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you guys are brand new. Feel free to leave your guys' story times in the comments down below. And subscribe if you're new. I'll see you all later. Peace.